Give me a hell yeah!
It is time for this town to get down.
Shut up, Meg.
My good friend Phil Rivera, pipe maker extraordinaire.
Shall not pass!
60% of the time, it works every time.
Thanks. It is what it is. He's so esoteric, he has it coming out of his pipe. The Tin Man himself, the bringer of last gaffs, and Puff Puff, pass me some more of that backy. It's Martin on the Let It Rip Friday show. Yes, I know you've been waiting. Welcome aboard, all. We have a great show for you tonight. We are going to bring you some daily knowledge, hit you with some tormenting trivia, lambast you with laughter, press rewind on the nostalgic behindies, and bring your humanity to tears. We might even throw in a little AI for fun. More likely will. But without further ado, in second chair, the CEO and the producer of the Let It Rip Friday show, this is 1D that's too big for any scale. Derek, my man, how are ya?
I'm here. How's it good? I'm back.
Glad to see you.
Felt like I've been gone.
You have.
You abandoned the show.
You've been gone for a minute.
I was. Don't hate.
Take that bag out behind you. Man.
I got my Lowe's bag.
And in third chair, he is not the best looking man this side of the Chattahoochee, but he does bring us lots of beer, and he has so much fun with us every single time. He's the one-eyed of Woodstock. James, welcome aboard, sir.
Hello. Welcome to my Goda.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I almost feel like we need to drop his camera a little lower because it's just slightly high. Yeah, drop that on down to you.
Probably just tilt it like that. Okay. You'll check it. There we go. That
Hello.
looks better. See your
I'm
whole-
sorry, I'm
see
a
your
very
whole head
short
now?
person.
Will you
No,
give me
I think it's
chat?
because my wife lets me just puts everything down so far and everything.
I know. Every time I come in, damn thing's like sunk to the ground.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
then otherwise they roll away.
Gotcha.
You got short legs.
Yep.
Let me go live on that one too, and then we can get it started.
How do you want to cut it?
You can give it to D-Man. He can figure out the order that
I'll
he
figure it
wants
out.
it. Let me
Give me all the pressure. Let's see. One, two. We'll do.
I know who
Kind
you
of a
are.
big deal.
You're a big deal.
People know me.
Huge.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Many leather-bound
Many
books.
leather-bound books.
What is it? 50% of the time works 100% of the time.
Every time.
6% of the time works every time. All right. There you go. Number one.
Alrighty. So when it starts, it starts. That's how it goes. Alrighty. Get everything lined up, and we're gonna be a good to go. I gotta get my pipe lit. Well, yep. Chat amongst yourselves.
Shout out here. I'll go 3-way.
What were
Hot
you-
gay in a 3-way.
Ooh, my head is so big, taking over the whole screen. Look at me. I'm important.
I gotta move this heater.
There you go.
I just want you to know I have found your redheaded doppelganger.
Interesting.
I mean, and it's uncanny.
Because the haircut? What's going on?
The other thing is he loves Korean women.
I mean, I dated a few Koreans. They're not
Who's
bad.
this?
So, I gotta remember his name. He's on this one YouTuber thing that I watch, and
Red Fox.
his nickname on the show is,
I do look like Red Fox.
his nickname on the show is Lane the Brain.
Lane the Brain. I don't know that one.
It's Lane the Brain.
I have to look up my my twin. I guess you're accusing my mom of being a little loose.
She's been unfaithful.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna take.
because I look like my mom, not like my
See,
dad.
I've got some gray. You guys were talking to no gray. I've got a little gray.
What do you think all this is?
Oh no, I've got the same place in my temples. I just don't have a big gray beard like some people.
I'm gonna do a bit of a huge
All of y'all have
shift
gone
on
great.
So happens we get old. I'm gonna buy some just for men for us.
There we go.
They'll come in here with like all have like
Like-
black hair.
Like
Just dripping down the sides of our face.
Like Rudy
There you go.
Giuliani. Just
Yeah,
dripping
I think that
down.
looks better. I don't think you're as red now.
Do you remember
Your face is
when
still as big,
Derek
James.
dyed his or not Derek,
Well, it's because he's
Sean?
sitting all the way up close. He's got to back up a little.
Oh, when Sean dyed his eyebrows and his beard.
Yes.
That's because he's an idiot.
It was the stupidest thing I've ever
His
seen.
mom had a conniption fit. Made him do it.
Yeah. And then wasn't he also the one that dyed his hair up at Tripp's family's house and stayed in the tub?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
That was the same incident.
No, I thought there was two separate ones. I thought he did it at a different time with just the
I know
eyebrows
you're
and
right.
beard.
He did because when he lived with me at Mom's house, was when he dyed it like his like eyebrows and his beard.
And he was so stained. These huge stains.
Also, like, colored him.
Yeah. Well, no, he
went from bleach blonde to like
black. Yeah, just like jet black.
It's kind of like me when I was in high school. I left for school in like platinum blonde hair, and then I came home with like black hair and pink bangs.
Oh my
while
God.
my mom was eating dinner, and I opened the door, she about fell off the chair.
I know. That's awesome. That's a big transition.
No, when my hair went orange, my dad lost his ever loving
yeah.
mind.
Oh man, you didn't process your
There
bleach
ain't
right.
nothing. There ain't nothing.
We've all did
no
dumb
toner.
stuff.
No, I've never done stuff.
You never-
stuff.
Never.
No,
No,
I'm an angel. I'm an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave. Like, well, our past is like Vegas rules. Unless you're part of the group, you don't get to know. So that's how it
Don't
goes.
get to know.
Don't get to know. Speaking of in the know, it is card reading day.
Oh.
So does anybody do well, I'm assuming like just like
Like tarot cards?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day cards?
I mean,
can go any way.
um,
Cards Against Humanity cards.
Yeah.
Derek is like in gamer mode over here with his monitor. Like he's like all like
I feel like I'm playing StarCraft 2 over here. I need to like
very, his Warhammer.
click my mouse.
Yeah, Hallmark. I don't know. International Mother Language Day.
So your native language?
Well,
Yeah.
in German, like it's
The
if it's
Motherland-
like your native language, it's called your Muttersprache, and it is your mother language.
Oh, okay.
Like
But
if
isn't
your
it called the
native language-
fatherland?
No, das das Vaterland. Yeah, Deutschland is a Vaterland, but like
We got a mother
your,
language and a fatherland.
well, your
How about
native
that?
language is called your mother language.
Yeah.
Well, maybe language is like a feminine noun and land is like a masculine noun.
Well, Sprache, die Sprache is feminine. Das Land is neutral.
Okay.
I forgot this music's so freaking cranked up. My bad.
Deutschland.
Well, I wonder because if it's the man and the earth, because it's hard and I don't know, it's tactile, and language is ephemeral and just has so much meaning and so hard to understand, and that's how women are.
Yeah, makes sense.
And chat, sorry. Sam online, welcome aboard. And Matthew picking and piping. WK Proper in Cincinnati. I got that beard lined up.
Look at that draw line. Where is it?
As Dustin says, it's hiding behind the royal gray of this like
White.
thinned out ass beard that I can barely grow. But I have noticed that my gray is leaching.
If you got some just for men on that beard, you would look like
It would
it'd just
for
be
what-
stark black.
I don't like
I'll
this is
die.
Call through it. I think we should do it for April Fool's.
what's interesting is the white shows
red
better
for St.
than the
Patty's Day.
old beard hair that I had, which was mostly like reddish.
Yeah.
Because that's the South Carolina white trash in my family, and whatever Irish I have, which is just only
Appalachian?
here.
Yeah. Yes.
It's red here,
Why is that?
nowhere else. I have dark ass hair,
Inbreeding.
and red. Just a lot of red. And so like this actually looks fuller and better than when I had when it was all white. So
Okay.
that's how it goes. But yes, if I darkened it, then I'd look like SJ.
Yes, I know. That was awesome.
Well, I don't know what to do with beards, so I just told the lady, I grew it out like huge, and I told the lady, I said, hey, do something with this.
Make me pretty.
Just do something.
Take a picture of
She's like-
Kratos from God of War and make me look like this.
No, King Leonidas 300.
There you go. Yeah.
She was like,
beard.
I'm not even going to charge you. I was like, I don't know what that means. Thank you. I was like, I always leave you a big tip. I don't know why there's a problem.
That's why she's not charging.
Must be. Welcome, Phil. Welcome, Ron Hardcrackers. Welcome, everybody. Patrick, good to see you. Ohio Sweet Muffins.
Apparently, Phil
Always
found
glad.
Google Translate.
Apparently did.
Oh,
Let's
no. What did he
see.
say?
It's National Caregivers Day.
Yay.
Okay, that's
So
good.
obviously not a National
Archery.
Caregivers that steals your shrimp scampi day, but National Caregivers Day.
Don't touch my shrimp
And
scrampy. Shrimp scrampy.
I mean, you invoked the name.
I know.
So I had to. I
Well,
figured I'd throw it
he
in
is
there.
no longer a caregiver. He is a case manager.
You mean he's on the death panel?
No, he is the one behind the scenes that talks to your insurance company to get your things approved or denied.
Well,
And that's the
needs to
most
try harder.
labor-intensive part of healthcare, which I really don't see that happening.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Fascinating. National Grain-Free Day. Okay. And right next to that, National Sticky Bun Day. So it's a little...
They don't really go together, do they?
Gluten, no gluten.
They should have read the room on that one. Which came first? World Information Architecture Day. Don't know. Yukon Heritage Day, which could only mean Yukon Cornelius.
yes.
Name that movie.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yep.
Duh.
It's a banger.
Banger. Straight banger.
Bumbles Bounce. We did that at when we were up in Michigan for the Polar Express, and I would do that like we always watch it during Christmas. Thank you very much. We always watch that during Christmas time, and like I would always say Bumbles Bounce, and then we walked into a little shop and they had an ornament that just said
Yes.
Bumbles Bounce.
That's awesome.
I was
So we
like,
got it.
Oh, we did get it. How about that? My wife's smart. I wouldn't have. I just left, I think.
You'd be like,
let's
oh,
see.
look at that. And then just moved on.
Let's see. Birthdays. 1934, Rue McClanahan, American actress. The Golden Girls.
Yeah, Golden Girls.
Yes.
That was Blanche.
Which is one of the greatest shows of all time.
Oh, yeah. Golden Girls.
Like,
Solid sitcom.
Yeah.
yes.
Very solid.
Ran for a long time and is still funny today.
Yeah.
I watch it every time I see it come on.
I'm trying to think. I watched that series a couple years ago, and I don't remember the ending being that bad. I'm trying
No,
to
they
remember
closed it out. They closed it
Yeah.
out well.
It's not like Seinfeld or something
But
like that.
it's one of those TV shows with all female
Mm-hmm.
cast that crushed because like each one had their own thing.
Yeah, they were all funny in their own way.
They were all females. There was no
So much better than The View.
Yeah.
well, there was no specific stereotyping
Yeah.
of them. They were just all unique
Well,
in their own way.
Betty White was the ditz, and then
Right.
was it Blanche was the
A slut.
loose, playing it loose, and then you had the hard ass grandma, and then you had like the mom, who's the main like the fall person.
Right.
So I mean that was like that's every show's like that.
Right.
You have the weird person, you have
Correct.
the straight person, you have the person that's like maybe the comic relief, and
Yes.
so it's
But
always
their
like that.
chemistry was amazing.
Oh yeah, they look like they had fun, and like have you seen the outtakes of them?
Yes.
I
Oh
have
my
not.
God.
I need to watch some of
Betty
those.
White is brutal.
She is
She was the
my-
funniest damn person.
my favorite line from her is not from that show. It's from the movie Lake Placid.
Oh, I love Lake Placid. Great movie.
You know what she says to the guy? Because he goes, I forget his name, but he's the guy that's like, he's like the big Irishman or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like in Braveheart and all these different movies. He's all red beard, and he's the cop, and he's like, did you feed your husband to the gator? And she goes, if I had a dick, this is where I tell you to suck it. And I was like, I love Betty White.
Betty White's a dirty old
like,
lady.
she is she is raunchy.
Well, she was dirty back in like the 60s. She'd be on Carson and stuff, and the old outtakes from her on Carson were hysterical.
It's like the equivalent of watching Bob Saget. It's like Bob Saget is on a sitcom where he's a dad,
yeah.
and he was on,
And then you watch him on
and he was
stage.
on American videos,
Funny Stone Videos,
Funny
yeah.
Stone Videos, and like you're thinking this is just America's dad,
Yeah.
and then you watch his stand up, and you're like,
Who is this?
America's dad is a perv, like, and he's not very funny.
No, never really was.
I think
very funny.
I think he did that to like break, like he like went more extreme than he
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
break away.
I get it. I mean, I'm not hating on it. But I love the Golden Girls. Again, anybody that wants to say that women can't do it, watch the Golden Girls because they freaking crush.
Yeah.
Let's
Nailed
see. 1946. All right. Tyne Daly, American actress.
Tim Daly?
Cagney and Lacey. Never heard of it. 1955. Kelsey Grammer, American actor. Frasier.
I'm still watching Frasier. Frasier's a good sitcom too.
Season 1, 2, or the new one or the old one?
I'm gonna watch the old one. I've never seen it.
Oh, you never saw the old one?
No.
Whoa.
That's a good sitcom.
That's a great
it's
show.
really good. Like I'm surprised at how much it holds up.
Yeah.
Like the jokes hold up. Like
I believe it.
Frasier. Like there's not many sitcoms you watch where like all the characters are really smart,
Yeah.
but it's still funny.
Yeah.
Like they play off the fact that they're all, too smart for their own good, basically.
That's right.
That's good.
Let's see. We had 1958, Mary Chapin, Carpenter, American singer. 1963, William Baldwin, American actor.
Billy Baldwin.
There's a lot of Baldwins in movies. I'm amazed. 1979, Jennifer Love Hewitt, American actress and singer. Party
nice.
5,
What year was
Ghost
she
Whisperer.
born?
1979. Just a year older than me. 1987, Ashley Greene, American actress and American model and actress from old Twilights.
Yes.
No, not familiar.
I don't know Twilight movies. All Twilight
How
shows.
do you not watch Twilight?
I had an ex-girlfriend drag me to the show, and I made fun of that movie the entire time. And she basically turned to me and she's like, "Will you shut the f up?" And I'm like, and then about this time
Were
is
you
when
like
he
Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yes, I knew exactly what I was doing. Except nobody wanted to hear what I had to say. And so I'm sitting there,
shut up.
and this is right about the scene where he's under the clouds, and the sun comes out, and he starts glittering, and he looks ashamed.
Oh,
He's
I know
like,
mine.
I glitter, and I was like, what the?
It's like it's such a.
Were you watching the movie?
Yeah,
Those
so I was
80s?
in the theater. I was in the theater with my girlfriend at the time.
I like the old black and white show.
I didn't realize this.
Oh, it's a bullet.
Was she
It's a-
Team Edward?
It's a bullet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's got the primer on the
Are
bottom.
you talking about Twilight?
yeah, Twilight.
Oh, I thought we were talking about.
No, Twilight. He was talking about Twilight.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Twilight Zone.
I love
This is
Twilight.
No, this is
Team
Twilight
Edward.
the movie,
Oh,
not
no, I
Twilight
remember some of that
Zone.
shit too.
I read
Oh,
the
yeah.
books
American
and
Bird.
watched the movies.
That's what's when you said that you loved it. I'm like, Derek,
No.
do we have to have
No,
a conversation?
Like, you're the gayest vampire. All you do is glitter in the sun.
And you won't kill anybody.
I know. Martin always made fun of it when I watched it. He's like, he's glittering. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, I remember in one of the movies there's a big battle, or whatever, and the two vampires jump up in the air, and you don't see anything happens, and all of a sudden one falls, and then his head falls. I'm like, where's the blood? Come on, rip his spine out, do something. Come on.
No. It's great. It's the best.
Be a man.
I know. I'm a Muppet.
Where's
I'm a
Blade when you need him?
I know. God.
Oh, Blade is good
Also
too.
was great until Trinity.
Well, it was funny. They paid that off well in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Here's my problem with Trinity, though, Blade Trinity, because I was one of the biggest fans of Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had comic books. So the comic book series that I loved the most that had him in it was Rise of the Midnight Suns.
Okay.
And that was a series where you had Blade, Morbius, Hannibal King,
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider
Yep.
was in there too. And I think they just went through a phase of casting Ryan Reynolds as a superhero, and they just can't freaking get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Because
needs to be canceled.
Green Lantern, he was garbage.
Yeah.
He is garbage.
Shut up. What was it? Hannibal King. Hannibal King was not comedic in the comics.
He hated that filming of that. He had some behind the scenes talking about that the relationship between Wesley Snipes and him was very caustic, and so he was just basically just phoning it in. And then right after that is when he did Wolverine Origins, and he'd been begging to do Deadpool, and then they put that in that, and he just wasn't, I guess, mature enough as an actor to realize oh wow, that's actually garbage.
And then he got to be Deadpool and decided to go all the way back to garbage.
I think he had to do it.
Oh no, I love
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
No, Deadpool.
No,
the
what I'm
movie,
saying is
like
that's how Ryan Reynolds is.
He is garbage.
waiting.
That's his full personality
Yeah.
on there.
He's garbage.
All right, that's enough. Here, come run some booze. My St. Pauli
Winch.
girl.
Winch.
My St. Pauli's girl.
St. Pauli.
St.
Yes,
Pauli,
you're
she was
disposed.
not German. She was Holland?
She's in a dirndl.
It was from. It was made in Minnesota, wasn't it?
Well,
A bunch of
that
Germans
too.
in Minnesota.
Oh, that is true. You just passed me one.
Is this
This is the barrel,
stick barrel?
the
This Severus
American
Snape,
barrel
Voldemort.
Yes.
whiskey,
Don't tread on me, Voldemort.
and they actually threaded this. So this is actually rope on here, which is, it's
a cool
It's
bottle.
a very cool. Again, D-Man said, I'm going to save this. This
I'd
thing.
100% save that bottle.
Have no idea how it's
Even
going to
if the-
taste.
even if the whiskey's
but
trash.
We're about to find out.
Do your thing.
Yes.
Tiny little nipples like the
That's our new thing.
Really good because I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Pilly misery, dilly dilly.
Tiny
Dilly
nipples. Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes Like it's got cilantro in it.
Cilantro.
Tell me that doesn't taste like there's cilantro in it.
I don't know. It has a
I
weird
don't taste
aftertaste.
cilantro. but
Yeah. No.
No. It's a mixing one.
I'm going to need a new tumbler, and we're going to go to Buffalo Trace.
Yes, I'll get you one in a minute.
No, thank you.
Thank goodness that's a cool looking ass bottle.
They've focused too much on the advertising and the marketing of it than the actual quality of it.
Usually, I expected it wasn't going to be good.
They blew their load on the bottle.
That one, though, I don't care what anybody says, Rebel 100 is the worst tasting stuff in the world.
You bring that up every week. It just sits there and stares at you.
It's taunting.
You've had it, hadn't you?
I think so. I don't know. I don't drink a lot of
Take
American
a little taste
whiskey.
of it.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, take a little taste. Drink it.
Look,
Don't do it.
Take a little taste of it, because it's a weeded, so it's supposed to be sweeter. It doesn't smell bad. It's the taste. Just like pour like a
tiny little
like
bit.
a little.
Yeah, it doesn't
drop.
smell bad at all.
Yeah,
It
it smells
doesn't smell
good.
bad. It smells
It
just
has
fine.
a funky taste.
But just taste it and then be ready to wash it down. That's bad.
Oh my God! What is that?
That's fucking foul. Sorry.
That is so. Why do you hold on to this? This is so bad.
Because
Don't throw anything
if
away.
we need to punish somebody, like that's what we're gonna do.
Why do you hate me?
Look, I just want you to be part of the club. That's all. Hey, Lurker Troy, good to see you, sir.
God, that
Welcome
is
aboard.
nasty.
Disgusting.
It is awful. Also, in this day in history, 1943, England begins trial against Joan of Arc.
Oh.
You say
Interestingly enough.
1943?
1431.
I was like, wow, they're behind the times.
I was like, the Joan of Arc fight in World War II?
Right.
Was she the cause of World War II?
Speaking of tragedies, 1848, Karl Marx and Frederick Engels publishes the Communist Manifesto, which if you haven't read it, you should. It's also short. It's also
Karl Marx.
grammatically not very well done.
He had the best hair of all communists.
Grammatically.
1857, U.S. issues the Flying Eagle cents. So those were the first ones. And then one of them, 1874, the Oakland Day Tribune publishes the first edition. Not sure what they wrote. 1878, the first telephone book is issued in New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay. Cool.
There was one page.
I was going to say, how many pages?
One page with 50 names.
Nice.
Which
That's
is amazing. Like, I would love to have a copy of it. 1902, Dr. Harry Crushing, first U.S. brain surgeon, does his first brain operation.
On himself.
1915, the World's Fair in San Francisco opens. He's the guy that has the arrow going through his head. 1925, the New Yorker publishes its first issue, which really makes me feel old, considering that is 100 years ago. The New Yorker. Crazy. 1931, Alka-Seltzer is introduced.
Wow.
Old fizzy.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
That's right. There's so many things.
Oh, what a relief it is.
There's relief for sure. And in 1948,
Yes.
1948, NASCAR is incorporated.
Wow.
Minus moonshine.
All right, we got through it. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. The jokes are skimpy today because I started off with about 80 of them and 7 pages. And after I got the racism out of the way, I ended up with 3 pages. Really kind of 2.5.
How dare you read more?
And so I wasn't reading more, I promise you.
I didn't read at all.
I'm waiting for the call from work from the DEI program. Apparently, I'm going to be an ambassador pretty soon.
Isn't that fixed?
Yeah. You think?
I'm always worried, with my grammar and that dangling participle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ron Hot Crackers. When I saw Deadpool at the theater, it was days after being told I had stage 4 mantle cell lymphoma. Interesting. The scene where Deadpool was told he had terminal cancer was Toto watch.
It's tough to watch.
Tough to watch.
Yeah.
Got it. Way to bring it down, some Ron.
Well,
Just kidding,
I think
Mario.
that's awesome that
Glad you're still here.
you don't have any superheroes that have cancer, and then
Right.
he has constant cancer. And so it's
Constant.
kind of like, I don't know. It's just,
He also, I always wonder how they try to work in the whole storyline of him and Lady Death.
so he's obsessed with death because he doesn't want to live. He's tried to kill himself, and like he feels everything. So when he's being killed, he feels it.
But there's a constant backstory. Like the reason he lives forever is because supposedly from the comics, Lady Death took a liking to him.
No,
Wonder if that's Blake Lively.
Yeah, no. Thanos was obsessed with Lady Death, but she was not obsessed with him. That's why he did the snap to kill half the universe to get her attention.
Who gave him his powers though?
Who?
Deadpool.
He was born with regenerative powers like Wolverine.
Yeah.
And then he got thrown into the vat, which was like the Deadpool, like a little like death pool to kill him, and he wouldn't die.
Oof. Okay. Well, shows how much I know. Lady Death was hot. I agree.
She was smoking hot in the comics, though.
She was
Agree with that.
banging. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Thank you. That's how we do it here. All right. What am I looking at? What's
jokes?
Next? Jokes. All right. I cleaned it up, so if it sucks,
Yeah, we have one joke tonight.
oh well.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll show you how it starts. A janitor gets accepted into NASCAR. His car goes broom broom. That's your dad joke for the day.
I like it.
How do you watch NASCAR without a TV?
How?
You flush a bag of M&Ms down the toilet. That's about right. What does NASCAR stand for?
What?
Non-athletic sports centered around rednecks.
Oh.
Makes sense. NASCAR used to have an Internet Explorer car, but it kept crashing. That's a tough one right there. What do NASCAR and surprised that one got on here. What do NASCAR and gangbangs have in common?
Wow. Do tell.
If you're not first, you're last. God. That might be the greatest NASCAR joke that's ever existed.
Put a pin in that one.
Let's see. How many NASCAR drivers does it take to blow up a jet dryer?
How many?
Just one. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know enough about NASCAR.
Juan?
Just Juan. Juan.
Just Juan.
Blow up a jet dryer?
Nope.
I still don't get it.
What's a jet dryer?
I don't know. This is apparently a racist joke I didn't cut out. That's what it sounds like. It's strange to see all the NASCAR fans upset with NASCAR for taking a progressive stance. Normally, they seem to like seeing things turning to the left.
Oh, the pause and the music was perfect.
Makes sense.
Yes.
What's the difference between a presidential election and a NASCAR race?
What?
In NASCAR, they wear their sponsors on their shirts. That's
I think we should do that for Congress.
Yeah.
I think we should do it for anybody that works
Should all
in
wear a
government.
jacket.
Take lobby money. You gotta
Everybody
wear
in
that
government.
ad.
Everybody. NASCAR is officially canceled after discovering it's just a human trafficking ring.
Oh. So to go back to the last joke, Idiocracy. I believe the Congress people have sponsors like NASCAR. If I'm not mistaken,
They do.
They do.
And like the president was a professional wrestler.
Yeah,
so-
President Camacho.
Yep.
Great movie.
It's a wonderful movie and very
Mountain Dew,
accurate.
Camacho.
What was the guy's name?
Rodney Backcross Jr.
What was the guy's
Terry
name?
Crews?
What not or whatever his name was.
Oh.
Not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why aren't hot dogs? Why
Upgrade?
aren't hot dog ads allowed in NASCAR?
Oh, wow.
Because no one else would be able to catch up. That's a lot of work for a shitty joke. Imagine a NASCAR fan. The image that comes to mind is probably that of a brutish, beer-guzzling, loudmouth, hairy, unwashed, unshaven redneck. And her husband. The changes with NASCAR were bound to happen. They've been turning left for years.
Yeah.
Same joke.
I don't care anymore. I'm going to say the N-word with a hard R. Nope.
That one didn't open up very good.
NASCAR. Why does Matthew McConaughey dislike NASCAR?
Why?
Because it's not all right, all right, all right.
There you go.
Gotta always throw a little Matthew McConaughey in there. I'm surprised how many NASCAR fans are rednecks. Well, we know that. All the cars go left. Yep. What's the difference between Tiger Woods and a NASCAR driver?
What?
Tiger Woods plays golf for a living, but enjoys smashing up his car on his days off. That makes sense. But that's where it went. What do NASCAR drivers call anal sex?
Rear end?
Prolapse.
Why?
I hope not. What do NASCAR drivers and hookers have in common?
What?
They both know how to finish fast. Makes sense. There's an old saying in NASCAR racing, what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What do they call a right turn in NASCAR?
What?
The Earnhardt.
Oh, even I know about that.
That's too soon.
That is rough. NSFW. Probably should have figured that out before I printed it on this paper. What do your mom and a NASCAR driver have in common?
What?
They both burn 4 rubbers a day.
Oh,
Okay, and that does it for the jokes. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank God. Have you seen the highlight of that? I think it was like a truck race where the guy's like talking to his pit crew and he's like, "I'm going to put my foot to the foot to the ground," and he's like, "I'm not going to stop till I see God or the checkered flag."
No, missed that completely.
I mean,
It's like the greatest like
I wanna-
NASCAR line.
I want to know it.
I know.
Oh, mercy sakes. All right, what's next there, producer?
I don't know.
I feel like I burned through everything.
Yeah, you did.
The boy's not here, so that, of course, throws
Well, you
a
did some
wrench
trivia.
in it. Oh, Triv.
And then we'll jump into the other stuff.
Triv!
Trivia.
I love the Triv.
I need to get a beer.
I love the Triv,
No, I'm gonna
not,
think it.
but not the Hiv. But I love the Triv.
I'm no influence. I'm not even an influenza.
Well, that makes sense. Speaking of viruses. Perfect. Let's see. Really? Like, you left me on the
Oh, what is it? I can't hear it.
damn jokes music?
Oh, sorry. My bad.
We will sit here and just
Stare at
sit
Derek.
here until. Okay. Sorry, you gotta have the music for Triv. Let's see.
Big Madonna, Butch.
Well, you're back now. 1977, Neil Diamond's In Concert TV special was aired on what network?
Ooh. NBC.
ABC.
There's only 3 back
CBS.
then.
I know.
Was there only 3?
Yeah.
What year was it?
If it was in the 70s, there was 3.
77.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Sam Online got it after just trying to hit every single one that there was. And Lurker Troy, it was not PBS. Sorry, I'm sorry. It was WNBC.
I was thinking that PBS, but I was like, that didn't exist till maybe the 80s. Maybe, no, late 70s.
PBS was definitely.
WNBC. Name that movie. Everybody should be able to name that movie at this point. WNBC, which is, I'm doing Paul Giamatti. Let's see, that was Sam Online? Yep. Sam, thank you for making it seem like there was a lot of participation.
Good job.
All right. And let's do television. I was about to read this same exact one. In 1981, Prince appeared on Saturday Night Live and performed Party Blank. It was his first appearance on the show. In 1981, Prince appeared on Saturday Night Live and performed Party Blank. It was his first appearance on the show.
Like a rock star?
Like it's 1999.
I was going to say Party Like a Rock
Is that one
Star.
of the ones? Party Down. I like that one. That's a good show, Party Down.
Party On was a show. Any other guesses? Still not. Nope. Party Blank. One syllable.
Party Up. Party No.
Not Party No.
Party Yes.
One syllable.
Party Down.
Party Eh.
Party X.
Still not Pink Rain. No. I'll give you another hint. If it's not down,
Finger.
Don't point your finger at me.
there we go. Great job, Sam.
Yay, Sam got it.
Sam's got a twofer. He is rocking and rolling tonight. Unstoppable.
Spam answers.
Jeez.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't hate.
Let's see. I just don't want to do anything on NBA or, I hate the sports section. I'm not enjoying it.
Who wants obscure hockey facts?
Oh, God.
Oh, here we go. This one's an interesting one. Here's a Price is Right. This is an
Okay.
interesting one. 1968, an agreement between baseball players and club owners increased the minimum salary for major league players to what amount per year?
What year?
In 1968, an agreement between baseball players and club owners increased the minimum salary for major league players from what amount to year? Hey, welcome up.
$20,000.
I'm gonna say 10,000.
Nix's place.
Okay. So we got 10,000 and 20,000 from the Peanut Gallery.
Price is Right rules though. Closest without going over.
We give a little grace on it. It is not
grace.
$14.92. So
No grace.
$1,492. What if it was? That'd be amazing.
And then we will get it in 5, 4, 3. Hey, Matthew, picking and pipe. 2, 1.
Good evening, fellow pipe smokers. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Matthew here from Picking and Piping.
But then we'll go to Cincinnati. It was $10,000 a year.
What? That's out of my
on the
butt.
head.
That was out of my butt.
Nice.
That's crazy though to think.
Yeah.
Like the 60s,
minimum,
between the 60s to multi-million-dollar contracts in the 90s.
I know. Well, somebody's still making the minimum.
Oh yeah. There's NFL players that are probably making $50,000 a year.
What year was that? 1960 what?
Yeah,
8.
61. Oh, 8.
68.
Let's see.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say it's probably like $70,000 a year now.
In 1987, Sly Stone was jailed for what charges?
Adrian!
What?
Sly Stone was jailed for what charges?
Indecent exposure? $90,000.
Oh wow.
That's a good salary. I wonder let's see what the MLB.
Sam will take that.
Assault.
We'll do a what is it like? Who does this? One of the shows does like it's close enough. Oh, Family Feud.
Woo. What do you think the minimum salary today is?
It was drugs.
baseball.
Drug charges. Drug charges.
250,000.
740,000
Bullshit.
And
to be the backup to the backup.
I want to be that
Right.
bad boy making 700,000.
In 1989, the Perry Mason TV movie, The Case of the Lethal Blank, aired. In 1989, the Perry Mason TV movie, The Case of the Lethal Blank, aired.
Dame.
Lethal gun.
I'm turning this heater on. Lethal gun. What anybody says. I love how Derek's not
spoof.
even sharing that heater.
I know. I'm
What are we
freezing my
doing?
tush over here. Here, what about that other heater over there?
No, turn that one on. The whole thing blows up.
He's not lying.
It's overloaded.
It's very tedious. I've got a
Just turn
Well,
on the
let me see.
gasoline generator on the other side of the wall. It'll be fine.
lethal. No, it's not weapon. It is something you. It is what it.
Can you say it without giving it away?
Spatula.
Not the deadly spatula.
When the bell rings in school, the teacher says, "This is the blank of the day."
For whom the bell tolls.
It
Period.
is the Metallica of the day.
Peak of the day.
Period.
Not just the start. You're going to go over the blank of the day. She's going to give you, or he, or whatever, something that day.
Homework?
What you're going over.
Synopsis.
Nope. It's the
Syllabus.
beginning of class. Beginning of class. Usually it's on the board. The blank of the day.
Agenda.
You get that in the beginning of the thing. Very close.
Conclusion?
Starts with an L. Did anybody go to school?
Lesson.
The lethal?
This is so painful. I don't know why. It seems like. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Sam is crushing it. Nobody's going to win because Sam is raking it in. I don't care about the sports.
What was the answer?
Lesson. Is the lesson of the day. Jesus, age. Mary and Joseph. All right.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see if we have one more. We're going to have one more in us.
Oh, shit.
It's interesting. But I don't think anybody's going to get it. So,
I'll try it.
look. I went
Hey,
to
I guessed
lesson
right. I guessed
and-
right on the head though.
Let's see. Here we go. If this has got to be the easiest one. In 1970, the Jackson 5 performed I Want You Blank on American Bandstand. I'm putting my... Sam Online just crushed it with 5 with Cincy in the rear. Thank you, everybody, for your participation.
Yeah.
Patrick, you're going to get one, too, because you were right there. Patrick, you were right there. I can't tell everybody Chad's trick, because otherwise it would ruin things.
Cheating.
Google.
Well, so, all right, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
When you watch long form on YouTube,
Okay.
eventually what happens? There's a delay. So how do you fix the delay?
Come here live?
Oh, restart it?
Restart it.
Ah, okay.
So the tip would be before trivia,
Restart the stream. Ah, look at that.
don't cross the streams.
Don't cross the streams.
And picking and piping, you'll get one too.
Everybody gets one.
You get a point, and you get a point. Okay.
All right.
Done. Did it. We're already into that one, are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
The wife likes that one.
Okay.
What
Well,
else
then
do we have?
I can do mine real quick.
else
Mine's
do we have?
pretty.
The wife likes that one too.
What? You want to do the poem? I don't
we
think
could-
J-Man's...
She likes that one too. All right, do
That's
yours.
literally everything we
do
got.
yours then. Go ahead.
Nobody likes mine.
Everybody likes yours.
Nobody
yours.
likes mine.
Look, we already had a drop in viewership, so now it can only go up.
That's right. That's right. Oh, she's here now.
You want to change it up now?
No, I already did it.
I already did it. All right.
We're already
Did you
doing
give
it
me a
now.
new tumbler?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we're going to switch to Buffalo Trace.
Oh, that's right.
Other stuff is hot garbage. Buffalo Trace is an old faithful.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's mellow. It's good. I don't blame you.
I don't blame you one bit. Okay. So I was going to do mine because it's relatively short because there's nothing I've really finished in the past couple of weeks, which sounds bad. I've been off for 2 weeks, right?
That's like, I mean, first off,
You ain't got
given your
nothing done.
situation when you missed the first time, like, you know,
I know.
I imagine you would have had plenty of reading time.
Well,
I mean,
the books I'm reading now is like a trilogy, so I was going to wait till I got done with all 3 of them to talk
Yeah.
about it. Because it ties back into the book I read before. And then I'm reading another book. I got a hardcover book in my car that a customer gave me.
Yeah.
I've been reading like in my car when I have a break and stuff, killing time.
Just take it and give it to the guys too.
But since James is here, I figured I'll throw a couple things out. Have
Do
you
it.
watched the HBO show about Chernobyl,
No.
the miniseries? All right, so I think I watched the first episode a long time ago when it first came out a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's only 6 episodes. But I started watching it because I think one of the kids was learning about it.
Yeah.
Had talked about it, mentioned it when I was picking them up from school or taking them to school one morning. And so I was like, oh yeah, I never watched that, so I'll watch it. Man, probably, I mean, you know, HBO, they usually do it right.
Yeah.
Regardless. But it's like the Band of Brothers version of like the Chernobyl disaster.
That's
Like
cool.
it's just so high quality.
Yeah.
And the character's so good. As I watch it and I get done watching an episode, I'll go like on Wikipedia and read about the characters and what they did in real life.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's some liberties taken and there's some people that didn't really exist thrown in there for like
Story purposes.
Babe, you're blowing on the mic.
But
Oh, sorry.
where were you in 1986?
I was
Germany.
eating vegetables that came from the area around Chernobyl.
No shit, really?
Yeah. My mom always said we glow in the dark.
Because I was wondering, because one of the things was obviously Russia and the USSR wanted to keep it like under wraps.
Yeah, we weren't told in like
Yeah.
East Germany. So West Germany got iodine and everything.
Yeah.
And East Germany was told, don't worry about it, nothing happened.
But
If they were told anything at all. But yes, we were just told to keep living as normal.
the way
I
it
love
was the way it
James's
was picked
stoic
up,
face
It's
with my
very
insufferable sound bites.
the way it was picked up was like a nuclear reactor in Switzerland. You know, they have like people that work at these like stations that monitor radiation levels.
Yeah.
And like a nuclear reactor in Switzerland picked up like a ton of radiation, and they were like,
just past where I live.
and so they like looked at it like this is like core radiation from like a reactor, like what's happening. And so they started calling around, like, what's the closest one? It's like 140 kilometers away. And they're like, we called them and nothing's wrong. And like, what's the next closest one? They're like, 600 kilometers away in Chernobyl in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, it's impossible that we picked up radiation from them. It would have to be like a core explosion.
Wow.
It had to be like a meltdown.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's impossible. And well, it wasn't impossible, but that's like how far. That was like the day after it happened.
Yeah.
Radiation had already spread like across Europe.
I live closer than that.
Yeah, that's scary.
And I was 2.
Nobody was getting any of the iodine.
No.
Yeah.
Now, in East Germany, they didn't give us... So West Germany, they handed out iodine, and they tried to treat the people. In East Germany, they just swept that under the rug.
Yeah.
And my mom always said a lot of the, like, food and, like, vegetables and everything we got... I don't know how true it is. It's what my mom said. But we're grown in, like, closer to that area. So she always said we got a lot of, like, resources and food from areas that were impacted by Chernobyl.
That was like the main, like one of the storylines is,
and that's when I got really, really sick, and I went into like a coma and stuff from that.
Shit. Well, that's like one of the storylines was the scientists, the nuclear scientists they brought in to like help manage it to figure out what they could do to stop it, and then like the bureaucrat who they worked together to try to figure out how to stop it and contain it.
Yeah.
He was like the core was melting down through the concrete pad. And so they were worried that, it would go through into the groundwater. And so they're talking, there's a big table and they've got all the bureaucrats there. And then in front of, was it Gorbachev back then? Mm-hmm. They're talking to Gorbachev and they're like, he's like, well, what's the worst case scenario? And he's like, well, the core melts through this concrete pad, gets to the groundwater, and it will contaminate the groundwater for millions of people across Europe forever.
Right.
Like there's no coming back. Like if it gets into the water, like Europe's done.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what do you need? Like, like anything you possibly need. So they brought in like hundreds and hundreds of like coal miners to essentially dig under the concrete pad and put in like heat exchangers to negate all the heat that the core was producing. It turned out they didn't need to do it because the concrete pad held the core. It didn't let it melt through. But it was like,
but all the coal miners died from like.
No, they all did. Yeah, they all. Yeah,
makes me really wonder why I had all
of-
those like food sensitivity and intestinal issues that like
it might be
caused me to have such big problems.
there's
what did they tell the coal miners?
Probably nothing. They probably put a gun to him. It's like, go do this.
No, they did.
Yeah. Nah.
Like
Well,
that.
was this the first big meltdown of a plant?
Yeah,
Like, was this
it was
the
like the
first?
first
This is
major
the big one.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, like they show it like they evacuated hundreds of miles around the plants.
Right, so they had
and
to
then
know.
they people are walking around. They're like gas mask and they're like decontaminating.
What
There's no
the
secret.
government's probably did is says, "Oh, you're fine." You're
Well, that was
under
how
a
it started,
concrete
right?
pad."
So when it started, like the core exploded, and the people in the control room were like, "Oh shit, what happened?" So they went and they got the dosimeter, that measures radiation, and they measured it, and it's like, okay, it's like 3.6 or 13 or whatever it was, but it was a high enough number. It was like multiple chest X-rays simultaneously, but it's not like deadly instantaneously. And one of the guys that did it was like, well, yeah, it says 3.6, but that's as high as this dosimeter goes.
Oh wow.
They're like, so
Could
we
be
don't really
higher.
know. So he's like, well, go get the good one. So they went to they got the good one out of the safe, and it immediately burned up when they turned it on. So they had no idea how much radiation was coming through.
Oh.
So they're like, well, bring in another one. So they went and got another one, like from the military, and brought it in, and it measured like thousands, and this like, okay. But the last episode I watched was like 4 out of 6. And it's after everything's contained, they've evacuated everything, and they're like starting to essentially treat the area around it. Like you have to dig up the ground to turn everything over, essentially like till the earth and just like burn all the forest and kill all the animals, so it doesn't spread. But there's the building where the core exploded has 3 roofs, and so they're trying to figure out, because there's graphite from the core, like the fuel rods, which is like essentially if you look at it you die. It's so radioactive. But it's scattered all across these rooftops, and they're trying to figure out how they can basically push it all back into the core and then concrete over it. And the guy's like, well, we can't send anybody up there, because he's like, this rooftop, it's like 1,000 per second. He's like, you'll die in 3 hours, if you're standing up there. The second one is like 2,000. He's like, you'll die within an hour of standing on that rooftop. And the last rooftop that contains all the graphite, it was like 100,000. He's like, you would live like a few minutes before you would take a lethal dose of radiation.
Wow.
So they got moon rovers from there, like they're busted.
That makes sense. Yeah.
They
That's
got
what I was thinking. I was like, you got to go in there with mechs.
So they got moon rovers from their busted space exploration, and they retrofitted them to put them on the roof to essentially like push all the radioactive material back into the thing. But it's crazy. There was one scene where this ain't what I want to talk about, but it shows so damn good. There's like the firemen and stuff that show up like right after, nobody knows how bad it is. Mm-hmm. So they send all the firemen and all the military out to try to put the fire out the night it happens. And you see them like, they're all, nobody has radioactive gear. They're just all spraying, water into this giant fire, radioactive fire. And they're looking down and you see like all the shiny graphite, like just spread out like all over the ground. And the guy's like, this is kind of weird. And he like turns and looks over his other shoulder, and there's just guys like behind him just like throwing up from radioactive sickness like already. Yeah. And he's like, oh shit. But then they take all those guys because they took such a high dose of radiation. They took them to Moscow, and essentially like their skin melted off. Like the guy was describing like radioactive radioactive sickness. And he's like, it kills your bone marrow, it splits your DNA, it kills all your organs, and then essentially your skin just...
You're liquefying.
Yeah. It basically liquefies you from the inside out. And so it shows these guys like in the bed, and they're just like, their skin's like peeling off, and you're like, good God. Like it's really, really intense. Like, and
that's
probably hundreds of thousands of people were affected by it. And I'm not even at the end yet, but like the dudes that ran the control, what happened was they were doing a test, and I guess the reactor cycles down during the test, and then it's supposed to cycle back up, I guess the test to make sure that it's all working. Well, it cycled down and went too low. The RPMs dropped too low, and the guy told him to turn it back up when it was too low, and so he turned it back up, and because it was so low, it spun out too fast, which caused the reactor to crack, which essentially caused so all these dudes went to jail for like 10 to 15 years for essentially causing it and not following the safety protocols. And plus it was a shitty made Russian reactor. So they had problems. They had like a kill switch that didn't work.
Fukushima melted down.
Yeah. But that's after it got hit by a tsunami, right?
Yeah. It took a tsunami for it to melt down.
Yeah.
It wasn't user error.
But this was like...
But you're in a place where there's a lot of tsunamis.
But that Fukushima, like that core meltdown there, I guess the technology's so much better. It was all contained.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't cause
all the radioactive salmon that came over.
That's fine. Because we eat sushi every time we're over here. But the show like I know they take some liberties and stuff, but the show is so damn well made. Like it's just so good.
Really makes me want to look into what happened to me when I was little.
Man, doesn't make me want to look into anything. I just hate the tragedies.
But anyways, but some of the stories are great in it. Like some of the guys volunteered to like pretty much just go to their death. They just went inside the core to turn on the water to keep the water flowing, to keep it from getting worse, like knowing they would just never come back. Yeah.
God.
Like it's crazy. Great. So anyway, it's not like what I wanted to talk about, but if you haven't seen Chernobyl on HBO, I highly recommend it. I'm going to go home tonight and finish it.
So would this be like a premature...
Yeah, this is a premature D-scale.
A premature release.
I feel like we already blew the load on the D-scale.
I know. This load is coming a little early.
The thing, it always comes early with me.
Like NASCAR.
But I wanted to mention, if you haven't watched it, Reacher on Amazon Prime.
Fantastic show.
So Reacher just premiered the third season.
The third season. I haven't watched it yet.
Like 3 episodes. It's probably the best start they've had yet. First season was excellent.
Oh, excellent.
Second season went down a little bit, I think, because they had too many people involved. It was like a team.
It was world building.
Yeah, I get it. But like Reacher, he's kind of like a one-man army kind of deal.
Yeah, he's like.
But the third season starts off really strong.
He's like Peacemaker.
Yeah, he really is.
Yes, but he doesn't.
He's like a good guy. He's like a good guy, Peacemaker.
Yeah, Peacemaker's great.
Peacemaker's good.
Peacemaker's great. The song.
He is going to make sure that there's truth and justice, no matter who he has to kill.
This Reacher, I don't remember the first or second season if he killed a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I say season 3 Reacher is just tearing through some people, and it's got Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh, nice.
He's like the bad guy. Sorry, it's good. Great show. Reacher on Amazon
Was it a
Prime.
book?
Yeah, it was a book,
Lee
and then
Child.
Tom Cruise did 2 movies for Reacher that I thought were okay, but they weren't great because Tom Cruise doesn't. Reacher is a massive
It's like a linebacker.
person,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
like the
and
actor playing him is actually 3 inches shorter than what Reacher is in the
Tom
book.
Cruise has to wear platforms
Yeah,
for most of
exactly.
the
To be
female
fast.
actresses.
He's like
that
2 foot short.
Yeah.
But it's
Not the
books.
best
Yeah, it's books. He's like an ex-military guy, and basically he's homeless and just wanders around and
So
kind
he's
of does
like
his own
Punisher.
thing. Yeah, exactly. And he just gets pulled into stuff.
Yeah, he's not
Stuff
looking
just-
for anything. He's literally just no technology, doesn't have a phone, doesn't use the internet, no email. He just is completely off the grid. And when he sees something wrong, he takes care of it.
Oh, he's a vigilante.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's good. It's good.
very good.
Third season's really good. If you haven't watched it yet, start watching it. Martin, you should watch it. You'd like it.
Okay.
He kicks ass.
I'll get
Takes
right
names.
out on it.
Doesn't matter how
I'll
many
try
men,
to
women, and
remember.
children have
I
to
know.
care.
I have to put a list together of the things.
Have you ever watched Incredible?
No, I've never. I need to watch it.
Dude, you got to watch that
They started
show.
again. That's the new
It's
season. Yeah, I know.
season 4, I think, right now.
I know with Omni Man, right?
Oh no, we're it's so far beyond that. It's great.
I
It
need
is
to
a
watch it.
great
I'll watch
show.
it. I promise I'll watch it after.
Do not watch it
Chernobyl.
with the boys.
No, I already know
No,
that.
God,
I know
no.
that.
First off, your kids.
My
No,
kids-
this is
My kids
brutal.
like weird stuff, but they're wimps when it comes to
No,
it.
this is
No,
this
the
is
little one might be
brutal.
less
You've
creepy.
never seen anything like this.
Like the one.
Do you remember
Netflix
Berserker?
one?
Do you
Yes.
remember Berserker?
Yeah.
It's like that,
Is it like the
but with
boys?
superheroes.
Yes,
Yes.
It's like it's like
Yeah.
animated The Boys.
Yeah.
Or the superheroes.
But it's more graphic in a way, but more cartoony graphic. So
AJ came to me the
I
other day.
thought
Yes, of
Ninja
course,
Scroll
AJ.
was worse
no,
What is
than,
this worse?
than Berserker.
AJ came to me the other day and said, "Can I watch this movie?" He goes, "I saw a description of it. Train to Busan." And it's like, I was like, I think I know what that is. So I looked it
Yeah,
up.
it's a historic adaptation.
No, it's a Korean.
like
It's like a
Battle
Korean
Royale.
vampire like slaughter movie, and I'm like,
no.
no, you
How
can't
did you
watch
hear about this?
It's like,
I
but
don't
Dad,
know.
you let us
No,
watch
no, he
Squid
was-
Games.
He was going through. He was going through like Netflix, and he saw like the description. And he thought it looked cool.
He's
but,
like, Squid Games was awesome, though,
but,
Dad.
but no, he does not watch Squid Games.
Now, you know what your son
But he
asked us
likes.
the other day?
He likes watching. Hold on, let me end this and we'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
you're good.
All right, we'll do. We'll rate Chernobyl
Okay.
just because of what I've seen so far. I haven't finished Reacher yet.
So what you need to do is you need to have it just go ahead and get its load out too early before it reaches the right level.
We did a premature ejaculation one. Chernobyl's great.
I had to watch it.
Highly recommend. It's only 6 episodes.
Look at that! Look at that Godzilla! Man, that thing's massive.
It's the
It
Bezos
is.
rocket.
Yeah,
It's great.
it needs to be spinning as it goes through, like it's out of control.
All right. This is the best MS Paint we got.
So yeah,
Blowing your budget.
It's over.
It's
your
not-
son
look,
wants
it's
to
not-
go to Chernobyl. I don't know what it was, where he saw it. He said, "Mom, can we go to Chernobyl sometime?"
First thing I really knew about Chernobyl was Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I think we got banned off of Instagram.
Fun fact with Chernobyl, they have scientists there like studying the DNA of the native animals that were
Yeah.
exposed and stayed. There really wasn't as much genetic change as they were expecting.
Yeah.
Because the higher level radiations have so much duplication of DNA that causes all the cancers and
Yeah.
stuff. But the animals that stayed have adapted really well, and it's actually made them much hardier to change.
I'm hardy.
Yeah.
There's
hardy.
there's new
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
they
you're in a
found
coma, but
new
you're hardy.
microbes that eat plastic,
Yes. Yes.
which is odd.
What do they poop out though?
Oh.
That's the thing. Yes, they'll eat it, but then what are they pooping out?
I mean, there's got to be some type of chemical
Plastic
change
waste.
Yeah, exactly.
at some point. So, but maybe it makes it more biodegradable at some point.
Maybe.
Yeah, or maybe
We'll
it speeds
see.
up they biodegrade.
The
it,
most
you know what I mean?
interesting thing is the landfills for carbon credits.
Oh yeah.
That feels for perfect.
So, and I know somebody. Stop kicking that thing.
I'm sorry.
And so I know
So you
somebody.
moved it.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you did move it. So what they actually do is they take lumber
Yeah.
that from trees that are cut down in areas that are cleared, like wherever, and they just bury the trees.
Okay.
One way to do
And
it.
so then they actually accumulate carbon credits, and then they can sell those credits back to airliners and
Wow. I know they try to capture methane. I've seen that. Like driving down to Florida, I think Waste Management had this big, massive mound of trash covered in like plastic, and it had these little vent pipes coming out. And I was like, "What is that?" And I googled it. I was like, "Oh, they're capturing methane."
Oh, and I was going to tell you, I have 2 compost piles in the back
Yeah.
that I'm doing this year.
Nice.
So I've collected almost all my browns.
Okay.
Because that's what you run out of during the summer. So that's gonna eggshells, all that kind of stuff,
And coffee
All that-
grind.
coffee grounds, like all that, and vegetables that because I had so much waste.
Yeah. Had to go somewhere.
And so, well, it just went on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with it. And so now I can just toss it in compost.
That's nice.
And so I'll compost it and it'll be ready for next year.
Okay.
That's my little thing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yay me.
All right, we got a special guest.
Oh, this music is god awful.
It's so cool.
Let's try another one. There we go. Welcome for Karnak the Magnificent, a legend in his old mind. He's got more swagger than a peacock on espresso. Armed with a sharp wit and sharper attitude, he's here to entertain and possibly steal your lunch. No one quite knows what he's capable of, but it probably makes you laugh, then regret it. Karnak the Magnificent.
I'm them, solemn them, this big jewel on the tip of my rim.
Wow. All right. We've got a few.
I heard it was called this is a pipe channel, so it was a Prince Albert.
Please talk about your Prince Albert more.
It's the gem on the end of the rim.
The gem on the end of the rim.
Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle.
Number one.
Big balls.
Oh, big balls.
Big balls. We've had to. We're low budget, so we've had to work on the.
You got to reuse. No waste.
After CNN reported about this Doge employee, no one was more relieved than Jeffrey Toobin. That makes sense. That's a deep
Jeffrey
cut.
Toobin can't get away from it.
That's a
Jack off one time on TV.
You know, spend your time unwisely.
Number two.
Homophobic Danish.
Oh. Why are you hating on the Danes?
Not my fault. Who knew that Legos were so binary and non-inclusive? Okay.
That's why you asked me
All
what
right.
Legos are.
Fine. Look, I don't predict it.
Number three.
Number
Forgot number
three.
wrong.
Ramadan.
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 Ramadan. Ramadan.
It's gonna get us banned.
What's the number one dish at the Mall of America in Gaza?
Oh my god.
Where's the cricket soundbite?
Yes.
Number four.
Yeah, that's about right.
Having a hard time holding this one together. Flyers and screamers.
Smart man.
Screamers.
Flyers and screamers.
There we go. Sounds like aliens.
That can be. What is the new surcharge called from American Airlines and Delta?
If your plane flips over, you get 30 grand.
Apparently so.
Dude, and that's the what is it? Tobias, Mantis Tobias from It's Always Sunny. He did that. He did that
wow.
move first.
God. Arnold's depression.
Oh, not Arnold.
Arnold. In a recent ice sting, Arnold feared that he wouldn't have any nanny to sleep with. Getting the Arnold.
Man, poor
And
guy.
the last one for the night.
Thank God.
That's
Number 27.
All your children fly upside down for Delta. New Jersey governor hides an illegal in the attic.
Not Chris Christie.
What do you call Operation Ain Francachez?
Wow.
What the?
Thank you, Karnak.
Son bim.
It's like this one single golf clap.
Let's
on a
see
whim.
as he returns back to his hole in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Desert of being canceled
Yeah.
by YouTube.
cancellation coming.
I didn't have a lot of time to prepare tonight, so
No, it was good.
I'm glad that bastard's gone.
He did a good job.
Leg cramp.
My favorite.
Boy, we
segment.
just dived on the viewership too, which is so
like,
good.
God,
From
that's
3
coming
to
out.
2.
Maybe we need to figure out.
Maybe.
We need to figure out the most loved skits and the least loved skits, and we'll intersperse them.
I think we can do that metric.
Or maybe it's just time. I think we should do
It's variety.
the Poham.
Poham?
Since the wife likes
Okay.
the Poham.
1, 2, 3, 4. So
don't-
pull your.
I don't remember what
Cards.
music we used for the Poham.
I don't know if we do.
Oh, I usually use the soft music. Do you know how to do this? Okay, you do. I can't remember if you've been here for this or not.
At some point, we're going to do the green screen one again.
Yes.
Oh, God.
We have to.
D-Man doesn't want to be involved in it at all.
Why?
You should
I
have
love
James do it.
But it's so awkward being in front of the damn green screen. But it's funny.
Have you ever seen Whose Line Is It?
Oh, of
Obviously.
course. Yes.
Have you ever seen when Colin Mockery or whatever his name is being a reporter?
Yes.
And they have a green screen and
Yes.
like you got two people. So like I've got that set up so we can do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Derek doesn't want to do it all.
Oh.
No, I'll do it. All right, we'll do it next week. I promise.
Okay.
Party poopa.
It's very hard. All right. You are 1, I'm 2, you're 3.
Got it. Dig, if you will, the picture of you and the going on an epic adventure and learning a valuable lesson about friendship engaged in a kiss. The sweat of your body covers me. Can you, my darling, can you, my collection of high-tech sex toys, this? Dream, if you can, a courtyard, an ocean of the Underground Railroad in bloom. Animals strike curious poses. They feel the heat between seppuku and you.
Wow. How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold, so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my passing as white. Too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream, smearing feces on the walls at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Touch, if you will, my stomach. Feel how gathering all the world leaders in one room and showing them my pussy trembles inside. You've got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make swishing the wine around and sniffing it like a big fancy man chase you. Even doves have pride.
How could you just leave me standing alone in a world so cold? World so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my erectile dysfunction, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what pedophiles sound like when doves cry.
Yes, very good, very good, very good. That was amazing.
That was enthralling. All right, shots. We've got shots.
Oh, we do gotta do shots.
We
Okay.
got shots.
right.
Pass the tumbler.
I'm done.
Oh, done.
Or did you?
Did I?
No,
Did you?
I need one.
Did you?
sorry.
Did it? Did it? Oh,
didn't
he
pass
needs to
it that
watch
way.
the taste of
I
a
know.
lucky Kentucky barrel.
Apparently, me and world
Out of his
leaders
mouth.
have a meeting later. All right, we're all good.
Yep.
Do it.
Pit of misery, dilly dilly.
A diller dillers.
Dilly dilly.
Really?
Add dimples, Greg.
Mine got warm.
Can you? Ooh, mine's freezing cold. That's good.
Mine's been sitting here the whole
I
time.
know. I've been over there on ice. Well, I think that takes us to the most important.
Where are we at? Yes, it's that time again where we bring to you the little people, the Friday Night Playhouse. That time each week where, though you are waiting on that Alka-Seltzer to kick in, you don your NASCAR gear for your left turn journey because your caregiver is waiting for you. But you are making the right choice each week by being here. Whether you are munching down on a sticky bun or guzzling on a golden grain bottle, you will always be satisfied here on the Friday Night Playhouse. Now grab your favorite card, open ever so slowly, and read it aloud for all to hear. Then sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You might just become part of the pipe pack if you can guess this piece. So strike a match, light your bowl, and you're in for one hell of a ride that we do each week for you, the little people.
Je fais what is different. Unfortunately, in this world, that is not so uncommon. I will let you go, but before I do, I want you to say, I love crabs.
Don't say it, Martin. Let him break your arm.
All right. I thought about it, and I've weighed all my options. I have a decent insurance. A broken arm isn't so bad. Plus, my pride and the respect of my peers is important to me. So go ahead, break it.
Monsieur Martin, please, just say, I love crabs.
Let me think about it again. Yeah, no, I'm real secure with my decision. Go ahead, do it.
Just say it, Martin. You know what? The more I'm thinking about it, just say, I love crepes.
Hell, Ricky, I had a whole mess of crepes this morning. They're just like pancakes, maybe even better.
Oh, man. Are those really thin pancakes? I've had those. They're good, but I'm still not going to say it. It's become a matter of pride.
So you want me to break your arm? Because honestly, I'd rather not. What if you just say, I love really thin pancakes? That is a fair comparison, no?
No. Everyone would know I really make crepes. Do it. You go ahead and break my arm. Break it, you dirty coward.
Why do you want me to break your arm so badly?
This is about taking a stand. But being French, you wouldn't understand that. Now break it. Break my arm.
I see no way out of this.
Ah! I didn't say it.
You really should have. Here, eat this. It'll comfort you.
That's good. What is that?
It's a crepe.
Oh, they're delicious.
And scene.
They really are delicious.
Good on you, Matthew. Matthew picked up on it quickly. Yes, I can feel your amazement and satisfaction over the interwebs for this week's Friday Night Playhouse. I could tell just from the flow of conversation that all of you could barely contain yourselves. Let it not be said that I would deny such wonderful moments from you, the little people. Join us again next week, same time, same place, for the Friday Night Playhouse. We'll see you then.
I want a crepe.
What a classic.
I know.
Good job, Matthew. Matthew got it.
Do you have stuff to make crepes?
I think I do.
What the crepe is that?
What the crepe? That was amazing.
That was great. Matthew got
That's
that.
such a good movie. Classic.
Derek and I,
Oprah Winfrey.
I just don't know how well it would have aged, though.
Oh, it ages
None
well.
of us have seen it in 20
it like
years.
2 weeks. No, I watched it like 2.
Oh, really?
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
So, all right, so that's relative coming from you. But two, Derek,
You're right. You're not wrong.
Derek and I, go ahead, break the new equipment. I got you. Derek took me to watch this in the theater, and I remember like the theater was pretty full.
Yeah.
And so we sat off on the side, and Derek and I were the only ones laughing. And we were laughing so hard. And like Derek and I were people were staring at us while we were laughing our asses off. It was so funny.
That review would probably make Will Ferrell so happy that the movie at the time was so weird that people just didn't get it, but except for 2 people in the audience, I'm sure that would just
Derek and I lost it.
We did.
We left hurting.
That was me and James went and saw the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie.
Oh, yeah.
In the theater, and we were the only ones laughing.
Hey, guys, I need you to pick up all that out of my front yard.
That's still my favorite movie experience. Was when I went by myself to see the 28 Weeks Later. Still, I think I talked about it here one time. You've seen 28 Weeks Later?
Yeah. Uh huh.
So it starts off like they're on an island and everything's nice, and then like within 5 minutes, like zombies are attacking and killing everybody, and the music is so loud, it's like so violent, like it crescendos, right? It goes from like nothing to like 100 within that 5 minutes. It was me by myself in the middle of the theater and like 4 old people. You know, for me, I was like 20, so they were all like in their 60s. They just all got up and left. The rest of the movie, I was there by myself. It was so great. But no, seeing Ricky Bobby in the theater and dying laughing, and then seeing Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
How do you spell Chernobyl?
CHERNOBYL.
Yeah, something like that.
Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Google will tell you how to spell it. Man, it's so good.
Got it. I need a couple more. All right, chat. I need a couple buzzwords for for the song of the night.
NASCAR.
So chat. Give me
Jack Reacher.
No.
NASCAR.
Come on, chat.
Oprah
When I
Winfrey.
said chat, I didn't mean everybody
sorry, I
else
thought you meant
here.
us.
So it'd be kind of fun to talk about the
Dallas.
themes that we talked about.
The
Like,
Teen
Golden
Girls.
Girls.
Yeah, Golden Girls.
Look, I
still
said
not chat.
I know, but
We're
it's
helping.
fun. It's fun to talk
gonna-
about
I'm
what's in the
gonna-
Troy
show.
and Ron and Sam are not helping out at all.
No, that's okay. We only got
What is
4
it, like
viewers left.
1492?
Yeah, 1492.
No, Debbie Does Dallas is not. Will Ferrell.
Look, it's
Okay.
been a long week. People are tired. I get it.
All right, Will Ferrell.
Christopher Columbus.
I don't understand your comment. I feel like you're being snippy.
No, 1492, and that when Christopher Columbus did his thing.
Oh, in the ocean blue.
Yeah. Don't make fun of him. He's Jewish.
Bourbon. Okay, we'll throw bourbon in.
Yeah, evidently they found out that Christopher Columbus is Jewish.
Was he really?
And they took up
I
his
thought he was
foreskin.
Italian.
Wow.
No, it's genetic testing. They tested like his ancestors or something, and he's like
2%
snakeskin?
Ashkenazi Jew.
yeah.
Where does snake skin come from, Ron?
The bottle?
Oh, the bottle.
Okay.
Shitty bourbon.
Honestly, that was terrible. I mean that was
Snake
horrible.
skin.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That one just has a weird taste.
That's like a special kind of terrible.
That one's like somebody pulled a prank on
I wonder if it's
somebody.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe they had a bad barrel and nobody tasted it and they just sold it.
All right,
what if they did it on
last-
purpose
Anybody
just to
got
have it be
anything else?
bad?
It's all right.
But who would drink that? So you know we
all
should
right,
sell
let's
that.
see what we get.
Or maybe they were already drunk and they tried it.
Is that a lemming?
Did you say is that a lemming?
Yeah, Ron Hardcrackers put like a little emoticon in there. It looks like a lemming.
No, he's good with the emoticons. All right, let's create.
I need to put it on what? The Chrome?
Chrome on the bottom button, I think it is. And you're going to tell me it doesn't work.
Yep.
So many bottom buttons.
There's 4 buttons that say Chrome.
Pick one.
The
Any, mini, mighty, mo.
so here.
Okay, Chrome deck main. No, road chat.
Yep. All right. I just like the title.
Tell it.
What is it?
Golden crepes and fast cars.
Yes. This is gonna be amazing.
And this is what style of music?
Reggae, American reggae.
There we go. I like it already.
Golden girls in a crib cafe. They laugh, they eat, they spend their day.
Can't wait
kinda
to hear
Jimmy
where this
Buffett-ish.
goes.
Yeah.
Remembering their wild escapades in the sunshine of their
I don't know how Chernobyl's going to work in this.
Chernobyl shadows in the distant past.
Wow.
NASCAR races running fast. Pharaoh makes them laugh so hard. Snake skin bourbon whispers in their hearts.
Whispers in their heart.
I don't see how. I do want to snack on some crepes, though.
Yes.
Crepes with honey and sweet delights.
I want to wrap it in
I like
bacon.
the offbeat.
Nutella.
For ladies,
That's why I said it's more like Jack Johnson, Jimmy
Yeah.
Buffett-ish.
nothing but love and endless grace in every smile on their face.
The chorus is amazing.
Chernobyl shadows in the distant past.
Way to work that one in.
Yeah, they did a good job.
NASCAR races running fast. Will Pharaoh makes them laugh so hard. Snake skin bourbon whispers
This really made the AI work overtime.
Yeah.
It's like, how am I gonna put this stuff together?
Golden girls, they tell their tales. From Miami breeze to love letters mail.
See if they got everything.
They do with flair. Living life without a care. In the rearview mirror, Chernobyl lies. They shoot for the stars under open skies. NASCAR's roar and Will's wild cheer. Snakeskin bourbon making them feel near.
Okay. Worth a shot. All right, let's see if the other one has.
I wonder what like reggae versus American reggae sounds like.
Yeah.
Let's see what this one sounds like. That doesn't
So
sound.
try reggae without like the American.
Okay.
Steel drum.
Let's see.
Bob.
You can't put in names like that. It won't do it. All right, let's just see if it comes up with something. Golden Shades. Sounds dark.
Okay.
That sounds a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Golden girls on a sunlit shore, watching the waves, they want more. Crepes on the table, sweet delight. Laughter echoes in the night. We're sipping on snakeskin bourbon as the evening light starts lurking.
Look, that sounds.
This is more like a 311-y
Yeah,
kind
but
of
like you
popish.
can't do reggae.
Girls on a lifelong bend.
Do you have to specify Jamaican reggae? That's not bad
I
though.
don't know what this is. Not reggae.
No, definitely not reggae.
Noble clouds in the distant past. Radiation couldn't make us last. NASCAR engines roaring speed. Life in the fast lane, hearts that bleed. We're sipping on snakeskin bourbon.
I actually like that one line. That's good.
Berlin to Chernobyl.
Starts lurking. Pharaoh's jokes, they never end. Golden girls on a lifelong bend.
All right, let's hear the next one. See if.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. I like this.
Yeah, that's better.
That sounds a little more.
Yes.
Ron Hardcracker says, "White guys singing reggae."
Golden girls on the sunlit shore, watching the waves, they want more.
That's better. Yeah.
See, can you like put in like with a thick Jamaican accent?
I don't know. Yes, I can. I can put it. Doesn't mean it'll give me.
But it's gonna work into the song like golden girls like thick Jamaican accent.
This is almost like ska.
Yeah.
With the horns.
Okay. All right. This is the last chance.
Okay. This is like European, like
I don't know what it is. Yeah. It's
dance,
like
techno,
Euro.
Eurovision.
Yeah, Eurovision. Yeah.
We'll see. I said thick Jamaican accent.
What the hell?
This ain't thick.
Nope.
Right. Nope. Fail. All right. So that was the best one. Thick was it. Thick was it.
Maybe thick reggae accent is code for Clubhouse.
Yeah. Dubstep.
That's what all the cool kids are saying. Do you want to listen to some thick
Right near
Jamaican
the beach
accent?
pond.
Yeah, that's just.
I do love how the AI interprets interprets what you're doing.
Yeah.
Man, was it on the way over here, I plugged in Spotify because I don't really listen to Spotify in the car that much, but it has like a little AI DJ now.
Oh, nice.
So before they make like mixes, daily mixes based on your purposes.
AI everything now.
Now they have like a little. I saw like a new tab, and I was like, "What is that?" I hit it, and it's like an AI DJ, and he's like, "Hey, Derek, what's up?" He's like talking to you, and he's like, "I'm gonna make a mix out of all your likes," and he's like, "I'm gonna throw some new stuff in there too."
What up, Steve?
And I was like, "That's kind of cool," but the way that. But they, so I mean, they played the songs they played are songs that I've liked or whatever, and then they threw in a couple songs that I hadn't heard before. But they also blend the music together. Like, so it's not like a hard stop and then the new song starts.
Does he talk to you while he's playing? It's like, hey, this next song's
so like
for
every
you,
3 or 4
man.
songs, every 3 or 4 songs, he stops and he's like, "Okay, we're gonna try something different now. Let me know if you like it." It's really
Derek,
weird.
What kind of pants
cool,
you wearing?
I
Right
got like a
now?
little friend in the cars drive around.
And then it's like a commercial that like locks you in the car because your wife's trying to throw you a surprise party, and you're like, "What the? I will blow you right away, there, kid."
I thought it was gonna be like the Matrix. Someone was like, "Now you will die." Like,
I just want an AI Kit. That's what I want. Knight Rider.
Kit.
I want Kit.
There's got to be a way. Somebody makes
it's coming.
You should be able to,
It has to be coming.
I bet if you get like your car has a little infotainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's a way you could like flash it and then install like Knight
Sure,
Rider.
I'll do that with the company car.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
no problem.
Not your
I'm
problem.
all over it.
Be like,
Sure.
I don't know what happened.
It's not my car
I
either.
hit this bump and David Hasselhoff started talking to me.
Yeah, David.
Sorry, I forgot you.
Going
Germans
back to my
love
David
the Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff CDs when I was
That's
growing
right.
up. Yes.
Golly.
They love the Hoff.
What a hot mess.
It was after the wall came down. We got to go.
You guys were immature. You just didn't know what was out there.
No,
The
we
Hoff,
didn't.
Yeah,
the
what
Hoff
they
and
did?
Chernobyl.
It was
That's-
David Hasselhoff. He was out there. He was
That's the
awesome.
next Suno.
Yes.
Is David Hasselhoff and Chernobyl.
That's what the song should have been about.
The music was him
Yes,
and like
David
some, it was like
Hasselhoff
some
and Chernobyl.
like teenage girl or something.
Yeah.
Wow, we just went down a dark path. Well, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out.
Thank you
Good
for
to
having
see
us.
you, Ron, Steve, Patrick,
All the people that stuck
Lurker
around.
Troy, Sam,
And it didn't
Cincy.
Thank you for the
away.
3 people that watched.
Thank you, D-Man, for
love
coming
you,
and hanging
buddy.
out as always.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, James,
Thanks
for
for having
being
me.
here. Thank you, Y, for
Yep.
playing fourth chair and laughing at the most unopportune times.
good
Lurker
at that.
Troy,
So
good to
she's good
see you. Brian Woodward. Brian, you snuck in here. I didn't even see you. Patrick Grant, Matthew Biggin and Piping. Patrick Childers, you also snuck in here. I didn't see you. Hope all of y'all do well. Hope you're all having a great time. And I hope all of you have a good weekend. We're going to be planting. Well, we're not doing any more seeds right now, but right now we got peppers going. So peppers are going to be cool. I'm enjoying that. And then I don't know. Thank you, Patrick, as always. Thank you, everybody. We will see y'all next week. Next week we're going to do the green screen to make
Yes,
Derek
we will. I
completely
promise. I won't complain
uncomfortable.
about being uncomfortable on the green
Are
screen.
you going to wear like a green shirt or anything like that they can blend in with?
Yes,
Put things
I'm
on your
gonna
shirt?
I'm going to wear
No,
a green
no.
morph suit.
No green. No green. Thank you,
Yes.
Ron. Thank you.
And
Y'all
you
have
get
a
a suit.
wonderful
That'd be
night.
funny.
Good Lord. We'll see y'all next week.
Wait a minute.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Provides a modern clash. Grunge and pop, it's quite a mash. Every show a twist and turn.